Idiot friends.
It seems we have dug too deep into the patheticness of the dog-hating community now, because now they have extended their victim card to a whole new level. Something which I couldn't stop laughing at when I first saw the post on I Hate Dogs' YouTube channel. Now we all know that I Hate Dogs' YouTube channel has pretty much killed itself in the past few months and has been dead ever since. Will he come back or not? I don't know, only time can tell. But while I was browsing through the community posts on his channel, I discovered a comment from one of his fanboys, which has to be one of the most pathetic dog-hating posts that I have ever seen. It doesn't get any better when I tell you that I have seen many other dog haters, including Canine Aversion herself, who have made the same arguments. That argument being that, according to this fanboy, dog haters are one of the most discriminated against groups in society. Apparently, according to this virgin fuckwit, dog haters are one of the most discriminated against groups in society because they are enlightened enough to hate dogs and people just don't understand why and refuse to accept that, claiming that lots of people hate dogs but are too scared of society to express it, making them one of the most marginalised groups in society, rather than just coming to the likely conclusion that they don't care about what society thinks about their hatred for dogs, because they don't tend to express it because they'd rather not scream about it on the internet, and act like total psychopathic fuckwits raging about how much they want them to die. You see, what you have to understand, dog haters, is that not everybody is like you. Just because you hate dogs, that doesn't mean you represent every single person that doesn't like dogs, because some people don't like dogs, but they'd rather not express their hatred for it on the internet in the way that you guys do. Because this is the irony about this whole thing. Isn't it funny how the same types of dog haters who talk about being discriminated against because they hate dogs, isn't it funny how they are the same kinds and types of dog haters who tend to openly express how much they want them to be banned and killed, tend to make offensive remarks, lies and insults towards both dogs and their owners, along with falsely labelling and generalising entire groups of dogs and their owners based on sources not strong enough to support it, and how many of them show aggressive attitudes towards anyone who disagrees with them or shows any likeness towards dogs. I mean, even Canine Aversion has made the argument that dog haters face discrimination for their views. But yet, isn't this the same lady who goes on about how all dogs are rapists and how they should all be murdered? Mind you, this is the same lady who claims her fanbase are intelligent. And boy, does she have some good examples. I mean, she supports this guy who claims that the pet industry are fascists. And then you have this guy who argues that a large majority of women who own dogs have sexual intercourse with them. I'll link that video down below as well if you want to check that out. Please do be respectful though if you are going to leave any comments on that video. Well, he claims to be a decent guy, but he seems to show a very different picture with the types of videos that he makes. Specifically, his videos about women.
And I said, you don't need men. I said, you've got what you want. I bet you've got two dildos. Oh, I've got two dildos. I said, there you go. You've got your dildos and your dogs and your career and you don't need men.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
So let's point out the obvious right away first, being that dog hater discrimination is not a real thing. Dog haters are not being discriminated against because of a different opinion about dogs. Like everybody else in society, they still have the same rights and freedoms as everyone else, and their opinions and views on dogs, no matter how disgusting they are, don't affect that. And the only examples they tend to give are selected personal stories, which firstly can't be proven to be the full picture, as we are only hearing one side of the argument, being the person who is telling the story. And secondly, many of these stories don't show signs of discrimination in any way, but just someone a little bit pissed off due to the way the person in question is talking about their dogs. When you make offensive remarks about people's dogs and when you insult them because they own dogs, they are going to be a little bit pissed off with you. Because sure, you may not like them and just see them as mutts, But to many people, dogs are very special and important to them, and there is nothing wrong with that. Loving your dogs does not make you bad. Loving your dogs does not make you mental. Loving your dogs does not make you sick. In fact, if you want to talk about discrimination, it seems the dog-hating community are more linked to that definition than the people they claim otherwise. We have expressed multiple times that we don't have any issues with you hating dogs, but rather it's your attitudes towards anyone who disagrees with you and the false generalizations and lies that you make up about us, such as how we're all mentally ill and how we're all sick in the head because we won't agree with your agenda. But yet, if I say anything bad about the nutcase who goes up to people's houses with a machete, oh, I'm a cyberbully! The way I see it, and this is just my personal opinion about this, so I'm not saying this is true, this is just my personal view. Some dog haters, mostly the ones who scream out discrimination, love wanting to play the victim. They want to display this picture that they are these innocent, vulnerable little victims of harassment, bullying and discrimination because they want to feel special. They want to feel like people care about them. Even when we have pointed out multiple times and on multiple occasions that we don't have any issues with them not liking dogs, but it's their attitudes, false labels, lies, insults and extreme ideologies and behaviour that they keep trying to enforce, being the mass banning and killing of certain breeds, which is what we have the problem with. If you believe that dog haters are one of the most discriminated against groups in society, more discriminated against than women, people of colour, disabled, so on, then you are properly deluded. Is this the level that we have reached now? That because dog haters fail to understand that because people don't like the way they talk about their dogs, and decide to call them out on their offensive insults and lies about dogs and dog owners, that means that it's discrimination? You need to get a fucking grip on reality. Because, really? Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you have any opinions about anything I said, leave down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I'm now offline.